Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of Frost Tanking Heroics, the Pit of Saron. If you'd like to see the first part of this, make sure you click on the link on the screen now. The first part covers the instance as a whole, whereas this part, the second part, is going to cover just the bosses in greater detail. This is Forgemaster Garfrost. I like to open up on him with an Icy Touch, or a Death Coil if I have the runic power for it, and then I'll drop Death and Decay so that I gather threat on all of the skeletons that come to him. Then I'll use Death Chill and a Howling Blast to just solidify the threat and aggro on him. Watch carefully where he throws his first Saronite boulder, and then move back, or forward, wherever you have to go, to tank him near the Saronite boulder. Your party members are going to need to get behind this boulder when the Forgemaster jumps away like this, because you have to watch out for permafrost. This stacks up 30 times, so the longer it lasts, the more it hurts. It can be countered by hiding behind that boulder, or you can use anti-magic shell to make sure the stacks drop off of you. And you'll see me do that now. There we go. Watch how the stacks drop off of me because I have anti-magic shell up, and I'm gaining runic power from each of those pulses. Now again, I'm tanking him normally, and I'm just waiting for him to throw his next Saronite boulder. You want to make sure you're always tanking him near a Saronite boulder. Here I see him throwing one. It lands, so I pull him a little bit closer. This is going to make it easier for me and my party members to get behind it when he jumps away. I get behind the boulder just long enough for the stacks of permafrost to fall off. And then I approach him again. I see him throw a Saronite boulder immediately, and I make a note of where it's flying over there off to the left. So, once I've built up a little bit of threat on him again, I begin to pull him towards the boulder. Following this pattern, Garfrost is easy to defeat. Now let's talk about Krick and Ick. This fight starts off innocently enough. You just open up with your normal rotation, whatever you like to do to build up initial threat. But things do change very quickly here. He has 3 abilities that you should watch out for, and they don't always come in the same order. The first of his 3 abilities is Pursuit. When you see it being cast, get some distance on him. Now, whoever has the purple arrow above their head, in this case it's this paladin, needs to run away from him as far as possible. It gains a massive damage buff when he does this. You can be targeted as well, so you need to make sure you have some distance. And if you're a paladin and you're watching this video, don't bubble when you have Pursuit, and I'm about to show you why. Notice here our paladin uses bubble, and I begin to take a massive amount of damage because Ick no longer has a target, but he's still got his massive damage buff. So my HP drops like a rock. Luckily, the paladin who bubbled is also the healer. If this were a ret paladin to do this, the healer wouldn't have been expecting this huge spike in damage. The next ability he uses is Poison Nova. To counter this, you either need to get some distance, or just use anti-magic shell, and that will absorb the damage for you. And finally, you need to look out for his Explosive Barrage. Now, he's going to put a new mine under your feet every couple of seconds. You need to move before that mine explodes. Now, you can circle around him and stay in melee range while doing this, and I've done it in previous videos. But in this case, it doesn't work out because the other melee stays too close to him, and there are too many mines for me to circumvent. So normally, to play it safe, if this is the scenario, if this is happening and you're taking a lot of hits, you just want to gain some distance and throw Icy Touches and Death Coils at him. Now for the third and final boss of this instance, Scourge Lord Tyrannus. As soon as he drops off of his dragon Rhyme Fang, make sure you hit him with an Icy Touch. It's a high threat ability now, so it makes sure that the Scourge Lord attacks you first. Open up with your normal rotation. The Scourge Lord has a lot of abilities you have to watch out for, the Overlord's Brand being one of them. He's going to place it on a random target in your party, and if that target does any DPS, you're going to take that DPS too. If the target does any healing, then that's also going to heal the Scourge Lord. So be ready with your Icebound Fortitude and defensive trinkets. This is an endurance fight, so use Death Strike as much as you can to keep your HP high. He also has another ability called Forceful Smash. Forceful Smash will knock you back into the air, and it does a high amount of damage, about 50,000 damage. But your armor mitigates this, so you don't take exactly that much. He immediately follows up Forceful Smash with his Unholy Power ability. This doubles his damage, and you need to move him through the frost patches on the ground to slow him down. It lasts for 10 seconds, so keep him in the frost for as long as you can, and if you have to engage him, just make sure you have high health. He'll command Rhyme Fang to attack a random target. As you can see, this priest over here has the mark. This is going to stun the priest and anyone around the priest for 5 seconds. If you're the target of this, all you have to do is use Anti-Magic Shell, and that prevents you from being frozen. Notice how I keep trying to fight him with my back to some of these patches of frost? That's because you want to make sure your back is always to a patch of frost so that whenever he knocks you back, he runs through his own patches of frost after he uses Unholy Power. But the patches don't stay there forever, so I have to keep changing around and make sure my back is always facing a new patch of frost. This way, whenever he uses Forceful Smash, it's going to knock me back and over the patch of frost, and then he'll use his own Unholy Power, and it'll slow him, the patches of frost will just slow him down, and you'll be able to take him out pretty easily by not engaging him for those 10 seconds. Now, nearing the end of the fight, if I haven't used Icebound Fortitude yet, I like to use it here, just to make sure no surprises happen and you clean up the fight nicely. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and until next time, I'll see you later.